Next, so you got the lead, fish on hook, qualifying. Qualifying a real estate lead is vital for you being able to improve your overall lead conversion rate. For you to be able to determine their readiness to buy or sell a house is going to ensure that you're investing good quality of time and effort towards these prospects. Essentially, here's where you gauge your ROI. Is your time going to turn into a strategy that's going to get it to a contract? To effectively qualify a lead, you've got to ask the targeted questions. You got to uncover motivations. You've got to talk about timeline. You got to talk about financial readiness. Key qualifying questions that you can use. What prompted you to start talking about buying a house? What's your ideal timeline for making this move? Have you been pre-approved yet for mortgage? Or do you clearly understand your home's value if it's a seller? What are your top priorities in a new home in the selling process? And are there any specific circumstances or challenges I need to know of as your agent that could be a challenge for us moving forward? By asking those simple 5 questions and walking your way through there and then actively listening, please go back and read and walk through that class to make sure that you understand how to be an effective listening agent. This is going to help you gauge their level of motivation. It's going to put you in a position to identify your potential obstacles and be able to determine every single lead, how you're going to convert it and how you're going to be able to move them through a journey quickly and efficiently. When questioning leads like this, you've got to have your goal to uncover their needs, and you've got to be able to assess their readiness to be able to take action. This is not to pressure them. This is simply to help them and to help you understand that you're both on the same page of whether or not they are truly ready. Personality plus. This means that you have got to personalize your communication to meet the nurturing expectation that you have now developed with your client. By personalize your communication with your leads, it's going to help you build that trust faster. And that's how you move them on to the next part of that decision funnel. You got to be able to tailor your approach to each specific lead. Is there a funneled structure? Absolutely. But for them to be able to move through it in a timely manner, for them to be able to understand where they're going to take the most time in each of those 4 major points is up to you, demonstrating the value between you and that individual. This is what's going to ensure that they're committed to helping achieve the real estate goal. Personal communication is easy to accomplish. You gather and you use the lead data that you targeted and were successful with them. You address your leads by their name, have a personal communication with them. You need to break your leads apart based on shared characteristics. Are they first-time home buyers? Are they investors? Are they luxury buyers? Are they land purchasers? You need to be able to adapt. Your communication style needs to match your lead's professional interest. If they're a texter, if they're an emailer, if they're a phone call person, if they're a voice on and video format like we're having today, it's important for you to recognize that with your client, and it's going to help you become the trusted advisor that they need through the most expensive investment transaction they've ever had. It's great if you're a note taker. I personally am a note taker. I don't go anywhere without some type of tablet with me so that I can make some notes, but hey, CRM is going to make it a whole lot easier for you. If you're not being provided one already, you need to be working with one. And if some of them are going to help you build some of the automations necessary to handle some of these follow-up options that are going to make sure that those secondary steps are automated and take place for you and with you in mind. Empathy. You have to be able to show empathy towards your client's concerns and aspirations in every single communication that you have. What's the most importance to why they're making this decision? And you need to concentrate on that effort. Do they need to move to a better community for themselves? Do they need to move to a closer community to their job? Do they need to relocate because they're a military professional and it's part of their orders? Are they simply reducing the size of their home because they have less loved ones in the house with them? Are they reducing because they're moving forward in life towards retirement and they need to find something that's going to give them a different lifestyle than they have had in the past? By personalizing your communications with your clients, it's going to differentiate you from your competitors. It's going to build stronger relationships with these leads and your prospects, and it's going to increase your likelihood of converting them 10 times over. Authenticity is your best friend. Your leads are going to appreciate the sincerity, and it's going to help show that you care about their personal needs and goals over the transaction. Next is value content. You being able to provide value, and as a consultant at Keystone, we expect even more from you. You have to be that beacon of truth. You have to be able to ratify all of the information that they think they know and be able to help walk through an audience conversion. You're fighting the media. You're fighting the newspapers. You're fighting the best friend who might have bought 2 or 3 houses, but they're not telling the horror stories that they had to go through because they didn't necessarily have the best realtor. You got to fight social media, websites, YouTube. You got to help them create a value-driven channel. When they turn on real estate in their life, you're the only channel they want to watch, and you're the only resource that they want to count on. Need some examples of a couple of types of content on your website and your post. You need to make sure that when they're looking for you publicly, they're seeing something educational from you. Either an educational blog post like 10 steps to buying your first home or ultimate guide to preparing your home for sale. You need to have some type of newsletter or some type of monthly update coming out from you, whether it's a market update or a local events and community happenings update. You've got to be engaged in social media. Real estate agents, sellers, get involved. If you don't think the world is wrapped around social media, take a look at your last report on your Samsung or your Apple phone and see how much time you're spending personally on social media, and you're in the business. So make absolutely sure you understand that they're addicted to it. It's a channel on a TV, just like when we were kids. They got to see it, and they want to be able to see value coming from you on it. You've got to be able to personalize the recommendations that you're giving your clients. Do not be the Zillow agent that simply sits around and waits for your client to choose the home. Where's the value? You need to be able to go to the grocery store and pick out the best fruits and vegetables for your needs. You can't expect an Instacart to pick those out for you. Real estate is even more so to that extreme. Your clients think they know what house they need. They think they know what neighborhood they want to work in. They think they know how to invest their money. If they were good at doing this, they wouldn't need you to begin with. So make sure you're adding value. Hey, Beth, this was a beautiful home that you sent to me. I want to show you a few other homes that I found not only meet this standard, but maybe get you more value for your money. You may not have considered the next town over. You may not have considered the next subdivision over. You may not have considered, because you may have children, there's a different school district 2 blocks away, and us getting you on that side of that line versus this side of that line puts you as a guaranteed student for your kids there. These are the kind of things that the clients aren't going to be looking for. They're going to be picking through houses just like they're sitting on a car lot. Where's the car that I want with the right color? They didn't realize that if they're willing to add a little paint, they could have got the highest line of that same automobile on that same row in that same car lot simply by understanding that there are differences in every single one of these cars that look pretty much the same. Houses even more so. Look at one builder. Look at even the same spec home that they build in the same community and take a look at the differences and the marketing that they add, one valuable over another. Whether it's a difference in how they built a garage, a difference in the quality of flooring, small difference in how they orchestrated the front yard versus the backyard. These are all things that are going to help you repurpose the conversation and maybe add a little more valuable content to the stuff that you're posting publicly. They want to see that you're different than every other realtor out there. They need to see what differentiates you from someone else. And it's going to help you add conversion. Let's talk about video space over picture space. You're not going to sit here and watch a picture of me while I talk nearly as effectively as you're going to watch me speak to you, make eye contact over the camera, and make sure that you and I have a one-to-one relationship. You need to see a trust in my face. You need to see that I am confident in what I am telling you, and that I'm not just a voice reading over a teleprompt. You need to know that I am available and credible in the things that I am speaking towards. Video marketing is key. Spend the time at least doing 15 seconds of a message towards your viewers, towards the general public. Let them get comfortable hearing you speak about the real estate industry that you are such a huge advocate for. Let's talk about campaigning just a little bit. Targeting campaigns are huge. And these are essential for you getting established into a niche. And it's important for you to be able to build on newly acquired leads by building the buyer's journey in advance. Here is what a perfect buyer's journey would be in this style of community, 55 plus. Here's what they will go through. And you orchestrate your communications to meet that. You have welcome emails around it, educational emails around it, market update emails around those types of neighborhoods, personalized emails directly to your new lead, video emails so that they, again, gain that trust with you. Throw out a newsletter specifically towards the niche that you're focusing on, and then lead magnet communications, whether it's text, quick video messaging, or whether it's an email itself. They need to feel that they can personalize the email. He's talking about me. She's talking specifically about my needs. This is the agent I need to work with. And remember, consistency when nurturing your leads is going to be the key. When you're going to be investing time creating comprehensive campaigns that keep your leads engaged and moving them through that funnel, it's going to be critical for you to be able to track them and don't lose place of where you're messaging with them. That brings you to the channels, right? You being able to engage with your leads through all of these multiple channels is critical for you to maintain a messaging. The prospects are in multiple places. Leads are coming from all over the internet. You've got to be able to diversify your strategy and increase your chances of reaching all people. From there, you're going to build a great marketing campaign, and that's going to help utilize all of your channels to build people to the top of your lead funnel. Few ideas from a multi-channel plan. We talked about these before. You have to use email. You have to use direct phone calls. You have to use text messaging. You have to use social media. You're going to need to incorporate video and do something in person. Whether it's, I'm going to be at a local coffee shop from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Meet me and the owner. Come by and have some of the local flair. You'll love it. Coffee's fantastic. Let people know where you're going to be and how they can directly interact with you if they would like. Talk about a local balloon event. Talk about a local concert that's coming into town. Talk about a big event on the river that happens to coincide with a local holiday. 4th of July is coming up. Start advertising about it. Talk about how your dedication to American industry is what's going to make you their best real estate agent.